Hello, welcome to Tight Ship Mama. My name is Gina. I am a declutter coach that helps women run their homes like a tight ship. If you're new here, welcome, and please hit that subscribe button. I make a new video every week. Before I get into today's video, I want to invite you to sign up for a program that I've got going on this Saturday, March 27th, from 9 to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it is called Momentum Over Motivation. So if you are waiting for motivation to strike you before you can declutter an area of your home, it's probably not going to happen. So take the action and invest in yourself today by signing up for that program. I'm going to get you motivated. I'm going to get you pumped up. I'm going to teach you stuff that I teach my in-person clients that you can then use to declutter the whole rest of your house. Okay? So please sign up for that, and I will see you on Saturday. So today's video, let's get into it. I go to a therapist, and I'm always trying to change or improve myself, continue to grow. So my therapist said to me, you should check out the cycle of change. And it sounded really interesting. And so I did. And then I realized that really this could work for all of us in whatever area of our lives that we want to change. So this is a theory developed back in the 70s by Prochaska and De Clemente. And it's 6 stages to changing anything. So what I want to do today, I'm going to go through the 6 stages, but I want you to picture in your mind what it is that you want to change. And it doesn't have to be just the stuff that I cover here on Tight Ship Mama. So if it is the decluttering, if it is the debt, great. If it's that you want to have a smoother evening routine or get out the door better, or maybe it's your diet or your health or the state of your marriage or something about motherhood that you want to change. Okay, I want you to put that into your mind, what you're going to focus on, and then just keep it in your mind for the entire 6 stages that I'm going to go through. So I'm going to use decluttering as the example because I think that's what most people tune into Tight Ship Mama to hear about and learn about. So that's what I'm going to be using as I go through the stages. Specifically, I'm going to talk about kind of pre-quarantine. So the first stage is pre-contemplation, and this is when you are not even aware that there's a problem and there's no intention of changing. So it's kind of like ignorance is bliss stage of life. And I'm going to use an example of just your typical American family where both parents work, kids are in school all day, the house is cluttered, but it's empty for the most part of the day, and it doesn't really bother anybody. They don't even notice the clutter anymore. They've just kind of learned to live with it. They're, grabbing food to go on the way to soccer, and their lives are just kind of hectic and busy. There's no intention of changing it. It's just the way they've accepted, okay? This is stage number 1, pre-contemplation. Then quarantine hits, and all of a sudden, both parents are working from home. The kids are doing virtual learning. There's nowhere to get food for dinner that's on the go. So somebody's having to cook dinner. And you just feel the clutter closing in and you're like, there's a lot of stuff in this house. And it took us 25 minutes to find a pencil to get the kid on the virtual learning, right? And then mom's trying to get onto a Zoom meeting. And you're starting to realize that there might be a problem here. So this is the contemplation phase where you're aware that a problem exists, but there's no real commitment to action or to change, okay? You're just kind of becoming aware of it. Stage 3 is preparation. There is intent on taking action to address the problem. And this is where people start to Google me or services like mine. And my phone started ringing, hey, can you help? And they're just thinking about, what do I need to do? Maybe at this point, people are like, maybe I should buy some containers, but we know that you can't organize clutter, right? So this is the preparation phase, okay? What can I do to change what's going on in this house? The 4th phase is action. Active modification of the behavior. And this is where you are actually doing the work. This is where you may have to invest in somebody like me, whether it's in person or virtual. If it's you're trying to get your diet under control or get into shape, this is where you would hire a coach, right? you are taking the action. I am physically helping people declutter at this phase. Or if you're doing it on your own, you are physically decluttering. You're getting rid of this stuff. You're putting in the boxes. You're taking it to the donation center. You're actually doing the work. The fifth stage is maintenance. And this is where you are maintaining. It's where your new behavior has replaced an old behavior. So, and again, using decluttering as the example, let's say now your home is really decluttered. And one of the things that had gotten your house cluttered in the first place was maybe you were a little bit addicted to Target, or maybe you're a thrift store junkie like I am. But either way, the stuff kind of crept in. Maybe your kids were used to getting a treat or a prize or some little thing every time you went out. But now that you're in maintenance, there's going to be a different behavior or a different mindset that's going to take over and replace the old habits. So maybe now, instead of having these full-blown Christmases and birthdays, maybe you replace all the gift giving with gifts of time or experiences, or just like doing things that don't require a physical gift. Or maybe you just can go past the dollar section at Target and just appreciate, yep, there's a bunch of stuff that's like cute and fun and it's cheap, but do I really want to have to deal with it? Because I can already see it in the donation bin, you know, as it's in Target right now. That's your maintenance phase. However, the next phase is called relapse, and it's going to happen. Whatever it is you're trying to change, you are probably going to relapse. And this is where you fall back to your old patterns of behavior. So maybe you walk past the Target dollar section and you do pick up some stuff. And you're like, oh, but it's so cute and it's so cheap. And oh, you know, it'll just entertain the kids for a few minutes, and what does it matter? It's just a few bucks. And then you get home and you're just like, oh my gosh, why did I do that? And you fall back into your routine. But fear not, because the cycle of change is designed to have an upward spiral. So even after you relapse, you are still continually moving upward, and it's not going to be as bad as you were at the beginning of quarantine, before you even decluttered anything, right? Because let's say you got rid of 100 items in your decluttering, you're probably not going to buy 100 items at Target. So it's not like it's all coming back in at once, right? So maybe 20 items come in. But when you relapse, you can jump back in on any stage. So let's say you bring in 20 items from Target, but then you realize, I made a mistake. So you jump back into the action phase of the cycle of change, and you say, all right, I brought in 20 new things. Now I need to get rid of 20 things, you know, or maybe you don't love the 20 new things as much as you already like something else. So you just have to jump back in, maintain, reevaluate the behavior, change the behavior again. And again, you might relapse, but it's okay because you're constantly moving upward. So I hope that helps you kind of think a little bit about changing whatever it is that you are here to improve upon in your life and make your home run smoothly. I know it's really helped me, and I think when you hit that relapse phase, always give yourself grace because you have done so much of the work. And again, if you need help in that action phase, call in a friend if you need to declutter help, or call me, DM me, sign up there's tons of free content out there that I've created, so use it. Anything that you want to change, I guarantee you could probably find a YouTube video on it just to get started. Make that be your first action step. And then if you feel that you need to invest financially, then go ahead and do that as well. Have a great week, and I will see you next Monday. Take care.